Well, let's talk a little Disney. Disney shares right now, they are trading lower by about 5.7% actually. We'll round that off to after narrowly missing on profits. Adjusted earnings per share coming in at 93 cents versus an estimate of 94 cents. The Magic Kingdom also taking a hit on Disney Plus subscribers. That number coming in at nearly 158 million. That's shy of the Street's estimate of 163 million. Now with us is Yahoo Finance's Alexandra Canal. Ali, you've been tracking the after-hour shares move here, even extended into this morning's activity as well, pre-market. What did the company have to say on the call? What really jumps out to you?
There were quite a few things that stood out to me. I think number one was Bob Iger's complete pivot when it comes to his stance on Hulu. Just a few short months ago, he was saying how he was, quote, concerned when it comes to undifferentiated content. He said, quote, everything is on the table in regards to Hulu's future. But on that call, he changed his tune. He said over the past 3 months, he's had time to really study this business. He calls general entertainment a very positive thing moving forward, and that the combination of both Disney Plus and Hulu is a great value proposition, not only to subscribers, but also to advertisers. He said, although he's not completely sure what's going to happen when that January 2024 deadline comes. Remember, Disney owns 2/3 of Hulu, Comcast owns the rest. That deadline is when Disney could potentially buy Comcast's share of the streaming giant. He said, although he's not completely sure what's going to happen there, it was hinted that Disney will acquire Hulu once that time comes. So that was number one for me. And when we're talking about just subscriptions overall, those subscriber plans, he also talked about how more price hikes will be coming to Disney Plus, particularly surrounding that ad-supported tier. And that was also interesting to me because, as you mentioned, Brad, Disney did lose 4 million subscribers in the quarter because of those higher prices. Although Bob Iger did say he was, quote, pleasantly surprised by that churn. Therefore, he believes Disney Plus has the, quote, price elasticity to continue raising prices. And then finally, Bob Iger at length addressed that lengthy legal battle with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He basically proposed a question to Florida. Do you not want us to invest in the state? He said Disney is planning to invest $17 billion to create 13,000 jobs. He said it's a false narrative that Disney is doing this to avoid certain tax breaks. He said on the call, quote, we're the largest taxpayer in Central Florida, paying over $1.1 billion in state and local taxes last year alone. And we pay more taxes, specifically more real estate taxes, as a result of that special district. And he said that countersuit that Disney filed against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and that current board, it was because of one reason only, and that's because he believes that DeSantis is retaliating against the company for their stance on the Parental Rights and Education Act, which critics have dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill. So this is just some of the issues at this company, but I do think that Bob Iger did address a lot of those investor questions, and we're going to continue to see how this plays out in the coming quarters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was very thorough. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it was. I guess the only thing I'd add is that the first round of the NBA playoffs here, that was the most watched ever by Disney across the networks. 5 million viewers. I'm only bringing that up because my Sixers are still in it. The second we're out of it,
Brad.
I'm not watching it anymore.
Not just your Sixers, her Sixers too.
Yeah, my Sixers too.
Yes, indeed.
Philly people.